My fiancé said, I unadopted your rescue dog. He didn't match our aesthetic for Instagram. I'd had him for 8 years. I replied, noted. Then I got my dog back, moved out, and took the ring I'd given her, family heirloom. When she posted about her stolen ring, and animal control contacted her about illegal pet abandonment. I, 31 male, am sitting here with my dog Buster sleeping at my feet, still processing what happened over the last 3 weeks. Needed to write this out somewhere because my friends are tired of hearing about it, and honestly, I need strangers on the internet to tell me if I went too far. Met Madison, 27, 2 years ago at a friend's engagement party. She was gorgeous, worked in digital marketing, had this whole lifestyle influencer thing going on Instagram with like 45K followers. Me, I'm a software engineer who posts maybe twice a year. But we clicked. Or I thought we did. I should mention Buster first. Found him 8 years ago behind a dumpster when he was maybe 6 months old. Some kind of pit mix, missing part of his ear, scared of everything. Took months to get him to trust people. Now he's 65 pounds of pure love, follows me everywhere, sleeps on my bed. Yeah, I'm that guy. He's not pretty by Instagram standards. Scarred ear, crooked tail from a break that healed wrong, goes gray around his muzzle now. But he's my boy. Madison moved in with me about a year ago. She tolerated Buster at first, even posted some "look at me being a dog mom" content, but gradually started making comments. He sheds so much. He's ruining the aesthetic of the living room. Can't we get him groomed to look cuter? 2 months ago, I proposed. Used my grandmother's ring that my mom gave me. Nothing fancy, just a simple gold band with a small sapphire, but it meant everything. She said yes. Immediately started planning this whole Instagram perfect wedding. Then 3 weeks ago, I came home from a work trip a day early. Wanted to surprise her. House was quiet, no Buster running to greet me at the door. My stomach dropped. Madison? Where's Buster? She was on the couch, editing photos on her laptop. Didn't even look up. Oh, you're back early. I took care of the Buster situation. The Buster situation? What does that mean? She finally looked up, smiled like she'd done me a favor. I rehomed him. Found this nice family in the suburbs with kids. He'll be happier there. My brain just stopped. You what? Don't be dramatic, Ryan. We talked about this. He doesn't fit our lifestyle. I'm trying to build a brand here, and having this scraggly rescue dog in the background of everything isn't helping. Plus, we're getting married, probably having kids soon. It was time. We had never talked about getting rid of Buster. Never. Where is my dog Madison? I told you, with a family. I handled it through this rehoming group on Facebook. Very professional. Give me their contact now. Ryan, stop. It's done. They probably already bonded with him. You can't just take him back. I walked out, got in my car, called my buddy Derek, who's a lawyer. Derek, if someone gives away your dog without permission, is that theft? Technically, yeah, pets are property. If the dog was yours before the relationship, registered in your name, vet records in your name, she had no legal right. Spent the next 12 hours going full detective mode. Found the rehoming group Madison mentioned on Facebook. Posted Buster's photo asking if anyone had seen him. Within an hour, got a message. Hi, I think we have your dog. A woman dropped him off 3 days ago, said she was his owner and couldn't keep him anymore. But he's been really depressed, won't eat much. The microchip scan showed different info than what she gave us. The microchip. Madison didn't know about the chip because Buster never ran off, never needed it scanned, but it had my name, my phone number. Met the family that night. Super nice couple with 2 kids who were already attached to Buster, but they could see he was miserable. The dad pulled me aside. Look, man, the woman who brought him, she seemed off. Kept talking about how he wasn't photogenic and was ruining her feed. We actually felt bad for the dog. He clearly misses someone. They let me take him home. Buster went absolutely mental when he saw me. Crying, jumping, wouldn't leave my side. The family was sad but understood. Gave them $500 for their trouble and taking care of him. Got home at 2 a.m. Madison was asleep. I quietly started packing my stuff. Then remembered, everything was in my name. The apartment, the utilities, even her car insurance was on my policy for a discount. Changed my mind, started packing her stuff instead. Update 1. 5 days later, holy hell, this exploded. Thanks for all the support. Some of you called me too soft, just wait. So Madison woke up that morning to find her things in boxes by the door and Buster on the bed giving her the stink eye. Swear this dog understands everything. What is this? Your stuff, you're leaving. Excuse me, this is our home. No, Madison, this is my apartment. My name on the lease, you're a guest who gave away my dog. She went from confused to angry to crying in about 30 seconds. You got him back, what's the big deal? The big deal? The big deal? You gave away my family member because he didn't match your Instagram aesthetic. Get out. You can't just kick me out. I have rights and we're engaged. She held up her hand with the ring. About that, I'd like my grandmother's ring back. Your ring? You gave it to me. As part of a marriage agreement, which is over. That's a family heirloom. I want it back. She laughed. Actually laughed. Good luck with that. It's mine now. Maybe I'll sell it since you're leaving me homeless. Here's where it gets interesting. Remember Derek the lawyer? He'd already prepped me. Madison, in this state, an engagement ring is a conditional gift contingent on marriage. No marriage, ring goes back. Especially since it's a documented family heirloom. Your choice, give it back now, or I file a police report for theft of the ring and Buster. You wouldn't dare. Try me. She ripped the ring off and threw it at me. Hit Buster instead. He was fine, just confused. Then the real meltdown started. You're destroying my life over a stupid dog. That's when I pulled out my phone and started recording. Madison, you gave away my dog without permission. That's theft. You're lucky I'm not pressing charges. I was trying to help us. That ugly mutt was ruining everything. Do you know how many brand deals I've lost because of him photobombing? He's literally costing me money. There it was. On video. She called her mom to pick her up. While waiting, she started posting on Instagram. I watched in real time as she crafted this whole victim narrative about her abusive ex who chose a dog over their relationship. The comments started rolling in immediately. Her followers eating it up. Then she made a mistake, posted a photo of her hand without the ring, captioned, "He even stole my engagement ring. A woman's property, taken by force. Some men can't handle rejection." Screenshot. Saved. Her mom Patricia showed up, immediately started on me. How dare you put my daughter through this? Over an animal. Your daughter stole my dog, Patricia. She rehomed it, responsibly. I showed her the Facebook messages from the family explaining how depressed Buster was, how the microchip proved Madison lied about ownership. Patricia doubled down. Madison knows what's best for your future. You should be grateful. Grateful for stealing my dog. They left with her stuff. But Madison wasn't done. Oh no. That night, around 11 p.m., local animal control showed up at my door. We received a report of animal neglect and possible abuse. My heart stopped. She'd really gone there. Officer looked at Buster, who was clearly healthy, tail wagging, trying to make a new friend. "Sir, can you show me proof of ownership and vet records?" Showed them everything. 8 years of vet records, all current, microchip documentation, recent grooming receipt. Ironic, right? Food and toy receipts. The officer looked through it all. "Sir, I'm gonna be honest. The person who called said you stole their dog. But all this documentation is in your name, going back years." Showed them the video of Madison admitting she gave him away without permission, calling him an ugly mutt. Officer shook his head. "Filing a false report is a crime. Would you like to pursue that? Can I think about it? Sure, we'll be filing our own report anyway. The person who called gave their name and contact info. They'll be hearing from us about making false reports." Madison didn't know that, but she would soon. Update 2 weeks later. Y'all wanted nuclear? You got it. So Madison kept escalating on social media. The narrative evolved from me being controlling to me being abusive, to get this. Me stealing her emotional support animal. She actually posted that Buster was her certified ESA, and I took him. Problem is, I have screenshots of her calling him that ugly mutt and saying he was ruining her aesthetic. Hard to claim emotional support from an animal you publicly hate. But the ring situation? That's where she really messed up. She started posting about the stolen ring constantly. How it was worth $15,000. It wasn't, maybe $2,000 max. How I physically assaulted her to get it back. The video shows her throwing it. How she was going to sue me for its value plus emotional damages. Her followers were eating it up. GoFundMe for a new ring. Venmo for legal fees. The works. Then animal control contacted her about the false report. She posted that too, claiming I had connections in the system protecting me. That's when things got beautiful. The family who'd temporarily taken Buster, they saw her posts. The mom, bless her, went off in the comments. This is the woman who dropped this ugly mutt at our house saying he wasn't photogenic enough for her lifestyle. The poor dog wouldn't eat for days. The microchip was registered to Ryan, not her. She lied to us about owning him. This woman is a fraud. She included screenshots of their text conversations where Madison called Buster unmarketable and bad for her brand. Madison deleted the comments, but people had already screenshot them. They started spreading. Her own followers began questioning things. Then Derek had an idea. She's soliciting money based on false claims. That's wire fraud if she's using Venmo or GoFundMe across state lines. Is it worth pursuing? Probably not criminally, but those platforms have strict policies about fraudulent fundraising. Reported her to both platforms with evidence. The video of her admitting she gave away my dog. The animal control report about her false claim. The family's testimony. Screenshots of her contradicting herself. Both accounts got suspended within 48 hours. The money frozen, pending investigation. The meltdown was glorious. She tried coming to my apartment building. Security, who all knew and loved Buster, wouldn't let her in. She stood outside screaming about her stolen life until someone called the cops. Then her mom started calling my work. That was a mistake. My boss, Jennifer, is a dog person, has 3 rescues. When I'd explained why I needed a day off to find Buster, she was furious on my behalf. So when Patricia called claiming I was dangerous and should be fired, Jennifer not only refused but sent a cease and desist letter from our legal department. Apparently Patricia had called multiple times, which constituted harassment. If she contacted my workplace again, they'd pursue legal action. But the best part? Madison had been using photos of my apartment for her lifestyle content for months. The exposed brick wall, the vintage furniture I'd inherited from my grandfather, even the kitchen where I'd installed custom shelves. All tagged as apartment therapy, my space, lifestyle goals. I filed DMCA takedowns on every single photo featuring my property. Instagram removed them all. 2 years of content, gone. Her whole aesthetic vanished overnight because none of it was actually hers. She tried texting from different numbers. You're ruining my career. That content took years to build. I'm going to be homeless because of you. Blocked, blocked, blocked. Then came the letter from a lawyer. Not a good one. Lots of typos, clearly a template. Demanding the ring back, lol, $50,000 for lost income from her deleted content, $10,000 for emotional distress. Visitation rights with Buster. I can't make this up. Derek laughed so hard he cried. Sent back a response that basically said, the ring was legally returned conditional gift. The content featured my property without permission. She committed theft, Buster, and fraud, fundraising. If she contacted me again, we'd pursue criminal charges. Radio silence after that. Found out from mutual friends she had to move back with her parents. Lost most of her followers when the truth came out. Apparently tried to restart with a wellness journey rebrand, but nobody was buying it. Last I heard, she was working at her mom's real estate office, taking photos of houses. Guess she finally found property she's allowed to photograph. Final update. 1 month later. Alright, last update, because life needs to move on. The legal stuff ended with a whimper. Madison's lawyer turned out to be her mom's friend who did real estate law. When Derek sent over the evidence of theft, Buster, fraud, fundraising, and false reports, animal control, plus the possibility of criminal charges, they backed off completely. Actually got a formal apology letter, clearly written by the lawyer, not Madison. My client regrets the misunderstanding and wants to move forward separately energy. They wanted me to sign something saying I wouldn't pursue charges. Derek said, don't sign anything, just let it die. So I did. The Instagram drama, though, that kept giving. Madison tried one last play, claimed I was revenge porning her by sharing that video of her calling Buster ugly. Except, it wasn't porn. She was fully clothed and she was admitting to a crime. Instagram didn't just reject her report, they permanently banned her main account for repeated violations of community guidelines related to her false fundraising. Her mom, Patricia, started a petition in some local Facebook group about pet custody rights for unmarried couples. They got roasted. Someone found my post and shared the whole story. Patricia deleted everything and went private. But here's the weird part that still makes me laugh. Got a DM from this guy named Brandon. Turns out he dated Madison 2 years before me. She'd done something similar, tried to get rid of his elderly cat because it wasn't content-friendly. He dumped her immediately but always wondered if he'd overreacted. We grabbed a beer. Compared notes. Turns out, she'd told him the same building a brand stuff, tried to redecorate his apartment for photos, claimed his pet was holding them back, also tried to keep jewelry when they broke up, but it was just a $200 necklace, so he let it go. Brandon said something that stuck with me. She doesn't see pets as family. She sees them as accessories. When they don't match her outfit, she returns them. As for me and Buster, we're good. Better than good, actually. That whole experience made me realize how much he means to me. Started taking him on longer hikes, found a great dog park where he's made friends. Even got him one of those stupid, expensive orthopedic beds for senior dogs. He still sleeps on my bed anyway. My apartment's quieter now. Less staged, more lived in. Buster's toys everywhere. His hair on everything. Exactly how it should be. Did I go too far? Maybe the DMCA takedowns were petty. But she stole my dog. She gave away my family because he didn't photograph well. She tried to destroy my reputation when I held her accountable. So no, I don't feel bad. I feel relieved. Oh, and that grandmother's ring? Gave it back to my mom for safekeeping. She said when I find the right person, someone who loves Buster as much as I do, she'll give it back. Until then, it's just me and my ugly mutt. And honestly, that's more than enough. Edit, since everyone's asking, Buster's doing great. He's gotten a bit more protective of me since this happened, follows me room to room, but the vet says that's normal after a traumatic separation. We're working through it together. Edit 2. No, I won't share Madison's Instagram. She's faced consequences. Let's leave it at that. Edit 3. Yes, Buster now has a GPS tracker on his collar. Yes, I changed my locks. Yes, I have cameras now. Paranoid? Maybe. But fool me once. Edit 4. To everyone saying I should have pressed charges, Derek advised against it. Would have dragged everything out longer, cost money, and probably only resulted in probation anyway. Sometimes the best revenge is just moving on while they spiral on their own. Final edit. Buster says woof. I think that means thanks for all the support.